everyone, and welcome back to the Big Analytics Query. Today we are discussing data transformation partners, and who better to talk to than our partner expert, Kay Dobson. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
We are going to talk about the data transformation partners, but before we get to partners, what do we mean when we say data transformation, and why would you have a partner, I guess?
So I think a lot of time people think technology, data transformation equals technology, which is true, but it's not the only pillar. You've got to look at the processes that you've got in place, getting people on board, the governance around that. One can't just work without the other.
And then where do the partners fit into it? How do they work together?
It's really important to choose the right partner because it's a long-term journey that you're on. You know, data transformation doesn't just take 3 days. It's not going to happen overnight. You've got to make sure that the partner that you're working with understands what you're doing and is there to support you on that journey, isn't just making you go it alone.
And what would you look for in a good partnership? What would maybe be the first thing?
You want a partner that can focus on business impact, so what we would call quick wins. They're a really great way to engage the wider business in your transformation, what you're doing. Again, bringing the business along on the journey with you. So you want a partner that can help you with those, help you decipher actually what those quick wins could be. You could have a whole chocolate box of 24 different things that you want to do, but actually picking the right partner, they're going to know where they've done it before. They're going to have seen where other businesses have done it, and actually where you can just make that impact straight away.
And how would you balance that technical expertise within the kind of business knowledge and real world kind of change? How much do you get the quick wins versus change for long term?
I think it's really important to find a partner that's got both, but you can have partners who are really, really super technical, but don't necessarily have the expertise within your sector. So I think it's really important to talk to a varying range of partners. Not everyone is going to get on with the same partner. It's just life. Things like that happen. Talking to your vendor account teams can be really useful. So if you are looking at implementing a Fabric project, it's really good to speak to your Microsoft team and actually say, okay, who would you recommend from a technical skills perspective? Who's done this in other areas? They know you, so they know which partners you're probably going to work best with, because ultimately you're going on this journey together. So it's going to be a long-term process. As I said, not everyone's going to get on, but you need to have that trust. You're going to be working with these people day in, day out. I think it's really important to speak to a partner who can introduce you to other customers. Case studies are great, but actually a partner that can say, do you know what? This person has done this within your business area. It's pretty much the same thing that you're looking to do. Why not just have a chat with them about it? How we worked together with them, what they did, what challenges did they face, how they overcame those. I think that's really important because everything that we do is about people. Everything has to be people-centric. So making sure that you've got the right team working with your team, I think is one of the most important. The technical skills are fantastic, and obviously it goes without saying, if you are embarking on a project that requires technical skills, you want
need the technical skills.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they're not important by any means, but I think the two really do go hand in hand. I think accountability and honesty is super important. Like we've said, you're a team within a team. You're bouncing off each other. You might disagree on something, but to be able to have that honest conversation that says, hey, this isn't working, or have we thought about it this way? And that's both sides. And I just think that trust is really important, that you can have those open conversations and that the customer knows that actually the partner isn't just there to sell them something, isn't just there to make a quick buck. It's actually a lot of the work that we do, and one of our straplines is data for good. You want to make an impact, whether that's an impact to an actual organisation, to people, to civilians. You've got to have that trust, but be able to push back as well.
And I guess within that, when you get to those pushing back, I guess you're more talking towards the technical side of things. And it's great to have a team that works well together. But how can you identify who is a technical expert within what you really require to do in your data transformations?
Yeah, so I think, as I said, talking to vendor teams is super important. Um, Looking at accreditations that people have, specializations in certain areas. You know, if you are, I'm using fabric again, if you are going and working on a fabric project, well, you want someone that Microsoft have certified as a fabric featured partner. You want them to be specialized in AI platform and data warehousing and analytics. So looking out for what I like to call the badges, but they're looking out for what people have, the expertise they have. For some of these things, you've got to go through rigorous audits as well. So it's not just about someone ticking a box and saying, yeah, we think these guys are all right, go
We
for
can
them.
do that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff around it with, like I said, about those customer case studies. You've got to have the proven experience. You've got to prove that the people within your team sit in accreditations. So keeping up to date with their exams, keeping on top of the new releases. So all that kind of stuff factors in.
And to think about it from a negative point of view, what can happen if you choose the wrong partner and you've done all of that and it's just not quite right?
Well, you can have spent a load of money and not actually got what you expected. Not a position that anyone wants to be in. Similarly, you can move on to a new partner. They're going to want to start afresh because they're not going to want to pick up something that someone else has done, especially if obviously you're saying to them, I'm leaving them because I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So you're paying again. So you're almost losing money
It's
twice.
like double cost almost.
Yeah, which no one wants.
And is there ever a point where you should leave a partnership where even if it's been going well or you've done a good project where actually you should move on and pick a different partner?
Yeah, I think there is actually. I think it's really important that you know your partner's limitations. They can be an absolute expert in what they're doing, but the next step of your project might not be something that they are an expert in, and that's okay. I think it's really important that people are honest about the fact that they're not experts in everything. So as a data and AI transformation partner with Simpson Associates, we're not experts in CRM. We don't need to be, we're not expected to be. So if someone picked up the phone and said, hey, we've got a CRM project, it's not for us. I can give you a couple of names to go and help you research, but actually I do think it is important to be able to know where that line is. I feel like your partners should be honest enough with you as well and say, do you know what, that's probably not our bag, but that's fine, because you would rather they were honest with you than do something badly. It's going back to that.
It's that accountability that you spoke about earlier, and then
Yeah.
hopefully they can help you with another bit of business
Yeah.
elsewhere, but just allowing your business to be the best it can on all fronts that it needs to be.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And practically speaking, when looking at digital transformation, what would you want a partner to do? What kind of things might they offer you?
I think it depends on what you need as a business. So I think having that open conversation with a partner at the start, discussing what you have time-wise, capability-wise, the expertise within your business, you might find that actually you want a partner to come in and do everything for you. Build everything, walk away, happy days. You might actually say, you know, we've actually got some time constraints. We've got a pretty decent team, but we're just stretched with BAU. Let's bring someone in to support us. It could be that your team's not as skilled for what you actually need to do. So you can get a partner that comes in and handholds you while you're sort of on the job, picking up, you know, training while they're on the job, passing across best advice. Could be that you get to the end of a project and you need some additional training. So we could have got through it and you're looking to expand the team. You've brought new people in. They need to sit some exams. They need help on how to skill them up. Similarly, you might be so happy with what's happened, but go, okay, do you know what? We're just too constrained. We don't have the capacity to be able to manage whatever you've had built. And you can look at support or managed service options, so actually your partner can pick that up for you, go through any monitoring, alerting, tell you when there's a problem, actually be proactive, so tell you there's about to be a problem, and guess what, we're going to fix it for you as well. So I think it just depends on what you need as an organisation. But again, having those open, honest conversations with a partner to say, hey, this is what we want.
And to end on a positive note, do you have any top tips of when picking a partner that you would look at?
I've got a brilliant top tip for when you're picking a partner, actually, Tom. I'm so glad you asked. Pick Simpson Associates.
And we're not on the BBC, so I don't need to give you a list of other options available too. Well, thank you very much, Kay, for your insight and knowledge on partners and experts. That's been very helpful. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to see the latest updates on the big analytics query. Thanks, bye.